Hey, it's Nick with B&H. It is day 2 of NAB 2024 here in Las Vegas, and today I'm checking out everything in the world of camera accessories and camera rigging. Now, there's a lot of new stuff in kind of the expected categories you would expect. Every new camera that comes out obviously needs some way to get a cage on it and to rig it, but there's some new interesting developments in the world of mobile filmmaking as well. So we're gonna cover all the bases and show you everything that is new here. So we're here at Tilta's booth right now, checking out everything that is new and noteworthy here. And the first thing we gotta talk about is everything here, which is the Tilta KHRONOS ecosystem. Now, we did a pretty lengthy video on this on our YouTube channel, so check that out in the notes below if you wanna see a little bit more information. But if you missed that, the fastest way I can summarize it is the KHRONOS is an ecosystem of accessories that collectively allow you to get the highest quality video out of your iPhone 15 Pro or Pro Max. It starts with a case that you put on your phone, and that case allows you to mount the other KHRONOS accessories and also power them, because power runs through the case. And some of the accessories include things like a cooling unit that snaps onto the back of the phone and keeps your phone cool while you're recording. It includes little on-camera LED lights, little on-camera monitors, handles, and other just grips and ways to mount your phone to other accessories. So you get that off the bat, but then you really kind of step into the next gear when you add the USB-C hub. And once you have this hub set up, it will allow you to really get the most out of it. You could, for instance, plug in a V-mount battery and power the phone indefinitely. It will keep you topped up throughout your shoot. It will allow you to get HDMI clean feed out. They actually have a wireless HoloLens system set up, so we're getting a wireless video feed out of your iPhone, which is nuts. And then you could also plug in like an external SSD through this, so you can be recording that kind of beefy size ProRes video onto an external SSD, which will make offloading it a lot easier as well. So that is the Tilta KHRONOS ecosystem in a nutshell, but there's a lot more to it. I would definitely recommend check out our website or that YouTube video to see it in a real music video shoot to see what you can do with it. But now, in addition to all the new KHRONOS accessories, Tilta also has new tripods that they announced recently that are finally on display here at NAB, including the CT08 and CT12 tripods. They stand for Cinema Tripod. Now, these guys are carbon fiber, and the number refers to their payload capacity in kilos. So 8 or 12 kilos, and if you're a dumb American like me, that's about 16 or 24 pounds that these can support. They both have counterbalances built in, which is really, really convenient. And also, the CT12 has 2-stage telescopic legs, which is how every tripod should work. It means you can literally just lift one lever and then raise or lower your tripod as much or as little as you want. You don't have to do it at each individual level. And the other thing I should also say is on the CT12, which once again you can pre-order now, it supports 75mm heads, but you can also swap that with 100mm as well if you want to, so you're getting a little bit more flexibility with that. And they also have 2, what they call finalized prototypes of additional tripods as well, including the VT5, which is a video tripod designed for really lightweight cameras, and also CT25, supporting 25 kilos of weight, and you're still getting all those same benefits with the counterweight, with the carbon fiber legs, so you're getting a really robust, powerful, but still lightweight tripod. But that's what Tilta's got going on here at their booth, but we've got so much more to cover, so let's go. So we're here at Kondor Blue's booth right now, checking out some of the new accessories that they have for camera rigging gear. And the first thing we gotta talk about is their new matte box system. It's an entirely new area that Kondor Blue is jumping into for the first time. And I spoke with one of the reps, and he said that the philosophy behind it is that they want to have this matte box system be at an accessible price point, but still professional enough for creators to grow with this system. The matte box system that Kondor Blue has is going to be LMB compatible, which is an RE standard. It means that you can use RE trays with this if you want to, and it can kind of put your mind at ease that you are investing in a system that will have support going forward. Now, in terms of some of the quality of life features you're getting with this matte box system, Kondor Blue is doing a lot with magnets, actually. So the lens hood will close magnetically to give you secure closure with that. You're also getting magnetic filter tabs. And on the note of the filter tabs, the filter trays actually have got padding so that when you're sliding them in, you're not actually ever getting glass hitting metal. You get a little bit of a buffer to prevent any damage from that happening. Once again, they seem to be really thinking future-proof with this. And kind of to that note, they're going to be giving several kits of this, starting with a base kit that they said will start at $275, going all the way through to a pro kit that will allow you to stack multiple filters on top of each other. So this is currently in the prototype phase, but they're anticipating later this year you being able to get your hands on them. And another thing they had on display here for the first time was a cage for the Sony Burano camera. Now, if you've used Kondor Blue cages, you already know the quality that they have for them. But with the Sony Burano, they said that they were really trying to make sure that they were putting the placement of things like the NATO rails and the mounting points in actually useful places, because the Sony Burano is aimed for a lot of, one-person crews or mounting to a gimbal because it's lightweight enough to do that. So they really made sure that the placement of all these points was actually allowing you to mount things that would be helpful in places where you're not getting access to the buttons cut off, let's say. So that cage for the Sony Burano is going to be coming soon. And then the last thing that they had here on display was their new external recording module and media hub for the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max. Now, the media hub is kind of a little bit of what you would expect in terms of it allows you to hook up multiple USB-C ports to get things like power delivery or external video from your iPhone out. But then on top of that, on the note of recording externally, they have something that's a little bit unique. You can obviously record to an external SSD, as some other brands have shown that you can do, but Kondor Blue has partnered with Angelbird to release a CF Express Type B adapter. And when you're recording externally, this unlocks the ability of your iPhone to record ProRes 422 at 4K 60 frames per second. And the nice thing is, if you've already got a lot of CF Express Type B cards around, you can use them now with your iPhone. So that was just announced here at NAB. Really exciting that they have a lot of coverage of different mounting and recording accessories from an iPhone all the way up to a Sony Burano. But that is what they got going on here. So we're here at Atomos' booth right now, and we're checking out this guy, which is the new Ninja phone. And the most succinct way I can explain what this does is it turns your iPhone 15 Pro or Pro Max into a Ninja V recorder. And that means both a monitor and a ProRes recorder. So what you do is this module here is kind of the brains of the operation. You power it through a Sony LMAP battery, through HDMI, you get your video feed in here, and then the module does all of the encoding and the processing, and then through this USB-C port out, you can record that ProRes into your phone, which once you have it set up, it literally looks just like an Atomos Ninja in terms of like the menu settings. So you have all of your peaking, false color controls, all of that is in here. But then on top of that, I can literally hit record here, record a brief little clip. What a masterpiece. Stop recording. And then what that's now done is it has recorded that into, in this case, my Files app on this phone. And so that is a ProRes file up to 422 that you can now record into your iPhone. Now, I should say, as of right now, the maximum resolution is 1080p in that ProRes format. But the nice thing is the case and the module are two separate pieces, and what this means is, as a rep explained it, in the future, if it's able to support higher resolutions, the module itself could still allow for those higher resolutions to record into your iPhone. So that's going to be exciting because it seems like Atomos is very much thinking about the future of this product as well as what it can do currently. But even though it maxes out at 1080p, you still have a lot of flexibility with this because you could use it just like you could with an Atomos Ninja recorder, dump the footage on your computer, and then edit from there with everything you recorded onto the phone. But then on top of that, the fact you're getting very high resolution ProRes files shot on a mirrorless camera directly in your phone means that if you are, say you have fast turnaround content for social media like Instagram or TikTok, that's a really fast and efficient way to get that onto your phone, where you can then be instantly able to upload much, much higher quality video than you could on the phone itself. So there's a lot of flexibility with how you can use this device. Now, it's going to be shipping in June, I believe they said. So as soon as that is available and we can get our hands on it, we'll let you know what the shooting experience was like on the Ninja phone. So we also swung by DJI's booth to take a look at their new gimbals, the RS4 and RS4 Pro. Now, we did a whole in-depth video on these pretty recently, so check out our YouTube channel if you have not seen that already. But real quick, both of these gimbals offer some really nice quality of life improvements over the RS3 and RS3 Pro. The tilt axis has been extended so you can accommodate more accessories on the camera. You're getting improved stabilization algorithms on both of them. And you are also getting improved vertical video shooting. You're getting their second generation version of it, so you can very quickly and easily go from horizontal to vertical video. But where the main differences between the RS4 and RS4 Pro come in are firstly in payload capacity. The RS4 can support about 6.6 pounds, whereas the RS4 Pro can support 10 pounds. And the RS4 Pro also has more torque so that it lets you control larger cameras like a C70, an FX6, or a Red Komodo. more easily than on the RS4, which is more for smaller mirrorless cameras. Also, the RS4 Pro more directly interfaces with the Pro LiDAR system. But other than that, both gimbals are giving you really, really great stabilization. But those are the RS4 and RS4 Pro. DJI has been doing this for years, so these are iterative updates, but collectively they really make them compelling packages, whether you're shooting on a mirrorless camera or on a higher-end Cine camera. But both of them are on display here at their booth here at NAB. So we swung by SmallRig's booth to see what they have new going on here, and they actually had a big announcement yesterday that I completely missed, but they announced a new content creator collaboration of some new products, starting with a new VB212 mini V-mount battery that they partnered with Caleb Pike on. Now, SmallRig has been making V-mount batteries for a few years now, but this 212 watt-hour mini V-mount battery is their biggest capacity one to date. It supports a maximum output of 140 watts, and it also supports fast charging, so you can completely charge it all the way through in 2 hours. And you're also getting all the standard ports you'd expect. You're getting DTAP, USB, and USB-C, so that's going to be coming soon as well. But then SmallRig also has a brand new tripod. It is a potato jet collaboration, and it is the hydraulic carbon fiber tripod kit. Now, last year, they introduced some really cool, accessible tripods that were very easy to rig up or rig down. This one I have never seen anything like. Literally what you have is a handle on the side of the tripod that is hydraulic, and you literally just squeeze it and you can raise the tripod or completely lower it to whatever height you want, and then you just let go and you're good there. And you can also then push a button and rotate it down so that you can still fit it in a standard tripod bag or carry-on. And it's just such an intuitive way to do it. And the fact that it's also carbon fiber means that it's very lightweight. So that hydraulic carbon fiber tripod is going to be coming soon. No exact date yet. They're actually, I overheard them say that they only have 2 prototypes of it right now, I think. But as soon as we know more about that, we will let you know. But then the last thing that they had here is a new sort of ecosystem for their cages. It's called Hawk Lock. And basically what it is it allows you to mount accessories like top handles, let's say, using NATO rails, but in an even faster way. So what you have on them is underneath there are 4 ball bearing pins, and you can depress them with a button, slide it into the NATO rail, and then let go, and they kind of fall into the divots and lock in one step. So they'll work with NATO rail accessories. They're kind of cross-compatible. But if you have this Hawk Lock system on both the cage and the accessories, it'll allow you to, in one fell swoop, put everything in. You don't need to tighten a screw in order to lock it in. Just hold the button, slide it in, let go, and you're good to go. So that is the Hawk Lock system. And SmallRig has been expanding into a lot of areas, so it's really cool to see some of those new things that they're showcasing here at NAB 2024. So that is our roundup of camera rigs and accessories, but there's obviously still a lot more to talk about here at NAB, so we'll be back tomorrow to cover more gear, accessories, cameras, lenses, and so much more. So make sure you're subscribed and you won't miss it. And until then, I'm Nick with B&H. Stay creative.